another video. I know it's like, what? She's doing voiceover? Yeah, I wanted to do something different for you guys, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Here I was talking about the brushes. That is a my makeup brush set, blender brush. Here I'm taking some concealer and putting it all over my eyelids, and then blending it out with a beauty sponge. And then I'm taking some loose powder, setting and baking my crease, because if I don't, the eyeshadow will not stay. So here I was just talking about cleaning up my eyebrows or whatever. And that's exactly what I did. That's why they look so clean. Because in the last video they were really thick. Dusting away that bake or whatnot. And then as soon as I'm done dusting away that bake, then I'm taking that blending brush and I'm taking the shade Natural Beauty from the Tartelette Amazonian Clay Matte Palette. Yeah, I'm taking the shade Natural Beauty and I'm going to dust that into my crease area. And I blended this out for like 2 minutes, literally. So I'm blending that into my crease, but a little bit above my crease because I have pretty eyelids. So this is what works for me. So we're going to blend that into the crease. And then here I was going directly into the crease, making sure everything was well blended. So at this part right here, I believe I took the shade Best Friend, wait, Force of Nature, and I blended that on top of that mauve color, which was Natural Beauty, to warm it up a little bit because it was looking a little bit too purple. And then I went into my 28 Neutral Palette by Coastal Scents, and I took a mauve color, more pink though, and I blended that into the crease as well. And then right here, I took the shade Best Friend from the Tartelette palette. From the Tartelette palette. It's like a purple. And then I took the shade Super Mom and put that on the brow bone in the very middle, not dragging it toward the tail or dragging it in, keeping it right there at the arch. Then I'm taking the 88 Ultra Shimmer palette and I'm taking a shimmer pink shade after I stopped blabbering about whatever I was blabbering about. And I'm going to pick up that color on I think it was dry at first, and then I wet the brush. And I was talking about someone left me a Valentine's Day lollipop, and you know me, have to eat a lollipop. And I poured a little bit of water into a jar, and I dipped my brush in there. And then I'm picking up that color, and we're going to pack that color onto the lid. As you can see how pretty pink and pigmented it is. The 3 P's, pretty pink and pigmented. But I'm packing that onto the eyelid, not dragging, because when you pack a wet color, it gives you the most pigmentation. Then I'm just taking my blending brush and blending it in, making sure everything is all soft and blended. Then I took a peachy orange shade and blended that into the crease to give it more of a softer color. So now I'm going back with that pink and I'm packing that color back onto the eyelid, making sure I have the best pigmentation that there is. And then I'm fanning it while it's wet so it'll dry. And so now when I open my eye, it gets everywhere. So making sure that color is dry. And now I'm taking a smaller blending brush and I'm blending out the crease. I'm so sorry about my smoke detector. It was going off in the last video too. So I think when I film that I'm just gonna open my smoke detectors and make sure that they're off. Sorry, that was my alarm. Now here I'm taking the LA Colors Liquid Matte Eyeliner and lining my eyelid. Well, not lining my eyelid. Lining my eye and doing a thin line across the eyelid and then making the wing a little bit thicker on the outer half, which is what I was saying right here in this part of the video. And I think I'm going to do an in-depth how to apply eyeliner video because it took me when I used to watch makeup tutorials and I saw other people doing it, it was like, how the hell do they do that? But me, when I started doing it on myself, it literally took me 5 days to learn how to do it. I practiced all 5 days and I got it down packed. So yeah. But sometimes I still have an uneven wing day, but so far in this video, they were really even and really pretty. So now I have my other eye applied and my other wing on. And now we're going to dust away that under eye bake right there. If I forget to mention products, they will all be listed down below in the bottom bar. Now I'm taking my Iman Second to None Semi-Loose Face Powder in the shade Earth Dark, and I'm just sweeping that under my eyes so that the under eye area doesn't be so bright and so pale. So I'm making sure everything is blended together. Now I'm taking a angle brush, more of like a thin angle brush, and I'm dipping into that eyeshadow right there that I pointed to, and I'm going to put that into my cheeks as more of a bronze effect. It might look a little gray right here, but I promise you in the picture, I really have really pretty chiseled cheeks, which is what I was saying right here in this part of the video. I'm doing the same thing to the other side. Now I'm going to take that e.l.f. concealer brush and dip into the shade Multitasker. If I'm not mistaken, that is the right shade. Multitasker. And I'm just drawing a quick line in the hollows of my cheeks, chiseling them even more, making them look all put together. And then I'm going to take that same angle brush and I'm going to blend it out into the hollows, bringing it up into the hairline. Doing little bitty circular motions, but back and forth as well. And I'm going to take that same blush brush and I'm blending everything out together. And doing more blending, I'm taking that brush right there. It's just a little brush I bought from Beauty Supply. Make sure everything was more blended out because it is a softer brush. So now I'm going to use 3 eyeshadows right there and put a little bit of blush on my cheeks because as you can see, it's a really subtle pink on my cheeks to say how dark I am or my skin tone. It's a really pretty pink when you mix those three together. They're even better as eyeshadows. I got this palette back then because it was so versatile. You could use it for contour, eyeshadow, blush, eyebrows. You can use it for all of that. And so far in that palette, I think I only hit pan on like 3 or 4 shadows. So I just took a little bit of what was left on that brush and I bronzed up my temples because I cannot find my bronzer. And then I'm going to take the shade Dreamer in the Tartelette palette and contour my nose a little bit. And right here, my mom called me and was like, she needed me to go to the store because she was having an allergic reaction. So I did turn off my camera and I went to the store. And I came back and I was right here, I forgot, and I was contouring my nose. And now I'm going to take, I believe that was the shade Super Mom, and I put that down the center of my nose to brighten it and chisel it out more. And I was looking out my window, looking at my neighbors, because there was a whole bunch of niggas outside, and I'm looking like, who the fuck are they? So I went to school with all of them, and they could see me in my window. Now I'm just taking this e.l.f. stippling brush, and I'm dipping into the MAC 10 pigment, and I'm highlighting my cheekbones. And then I'm going to take my finger with no nail on it and highlight the bridge and the tip of my nose and the cupid's bow. And blending everything out with that same stippling brush. And then I'm taking a wet sponge and I'm dabbing everything into my face so I don't look as powdery because this day, well, the past few months I have not been using a setting powder, so I have to make do with what I have. And now I'm taking the shade, I believe it was the shade Best Friend, I believe, and blending that on the bottom lash line. And now I'm taking that same wet brush with some product with some pink eyeshadow on it and putting that on my bottom lash line inner corner. And in per and I'm taking that wet brush, putting it on my bottom lash line and inner corner. This eye look was so beautiful in person. And here I'm taking the e.l.f. Volume Plumping Mascara and coating my lashes a few times. But this eye look was so beautiful in person. Like, it was so pretty pink and pigmented. Like, I went to go pick up food and everyone was just staring at me like, you look so pretty. I'm like, thank you. I know. So, here, these are the eyelashes. These are the Amor'us Eyelashes in the shade 415. I just got these from my local beauty supply. They're like the Ardell Wispies, but way longer. Way longer. They're like a natural lash, but then if you coat them with mascara, they look so thick. And then the tweezers, I'm just using some trim tweezers from the drugstore. And some of these parts I meant to cut out, but I've been so anxious. Look at that glow, that highlight though. But I've been so anxious to get a video up, so I really haven't been cutting them that much. So, yeah. But applying the eyelashes and going back and make sure everything is on there good. Now I'm taking a nude eyeliner and I'm putting a nude eyeliner into my waterline. And I was just talking about a brown lip liner that I bought. But this is the Wet n Wild nude eyeliner in the shade Your Buff Rose Natural. It's really pretty. And I've never used a pale eyeliner in my waterline before, but this nude eyeliner, it looks so good. So to all the women of color who want to use a nude eyeliner in their waterline, I recommend that one from Wet n Wild. And it was only 93 cents. And here I have no idea what the hell I was looking for, but I believe I found it. I could have swore I cut this part out, but I guess I didn't. Oh, okay. This is the Sephora Aubergine Deep Aubergine Lip Liner. And I just lined my lips and I put on a little bit of chapstick because the liquid lipstick I was using was a little bit drying. So this is the Wet n Wild Liquid Lip Color, Mega Last Lip Color in the shade Rose to the Occasion. And it might have been too pink for me, but I have no comfort zone. I have no comfort zone when it comes to makeup. So if you feel like you look good in it, you wear it. But throughout the day, I did get a lot of compliments. I have no idea what the hell I was talking about. And this is the finished look.
Let me know when it's gone, baby.